Hey everyone, this is a quick look at the ELECTECK 15 amp Decor wall outlet receptacles. This is a 12 pack of the wall outlets. You can find these typically for about $22.99, $23.99 on Amazon. They're basically kind of your more modernized budget receptacles. If you're like me and either own an older house or you just bought an older house, you tend to have kind of those old school wall outlets that used to be white, but they're kind of turning a brown or yellowish color. And this is a very good way to kind of modernize your rooms. The current on these are 15 amps, voltage 125 volts. It has two different options for wiring these, which is either on the back or on the side. I prefer to do them on the side where you can actually use screws to mount in your wiring. And then what I typically do as an extra precaution is I wrap around the screws the whole receptacle with some black electrical tape. This does have a certification. I'm not too sure what that certification actually means. Of course, these are made in China, have some 3-year limited warranty. Who knows how all that goes. Anyways, I have installed these about 18 of these so far in my house. Take a quick look at how these look installed. We're not going to go over the install video. There are plenty of install videos for outlet receptacles out there on YouTube. Just a quick look around. Again, this is a very good way to kind of modernize rooms within your house. And as you can see, they all look fairly decent. All look the same, obviously. Again, this is a good budget pack of outlets. It's much cheaper than you would get at like Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's for these, buying them individually. Open one of these up real quick, one-handedly. So each one of these boxes in the 12 pack come with 2 of the wall plates. Some mounting screws in there. Here's a quick look at one of the actual receptacles. These are pretty decent build quality. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put my camera down so that I can open this up so we can take a little bit of a closer look. All right, so here is one of them here. So you got the ground down here. Can't remember offhand, and I don't even think it's labeled here. Typically, you have a positive and negative for each side here. What I tend to do is when I'm replacing an old receptacle, I just wire it up exactly the same as what's in there. I am no electrician, but I have installed outlets in 3 different houses so far in my lifetime and never had any issues, as well as I basically just wire it the same as what I'm replacing there. So again, this does have the side mounting features. This is the ones that I prefer, is you can make a little bit of a loop with the cable and then screw it in, kind of pull on it a little bit, make sure it's in there tightly. I screw in any of the screws I'm not using, and then I wrap this with electrical tape, put it up in there. So when you first install these, the first thing you plug into each one of these is typically going to be a little bit snug. But after you plug, 1 or 2 things in here, they tend to kind of loosen up. We'll try a few different things in here just to see how they plug in and pull out. So as you can see, this is just kind of your standard USB charger. Plugs right in, pulls right out. Nothing too difficult about that. Again, I've already broken this one in. I've used the vacuum on it a few times with this specific outlet. No issues. These are typically a little bit harder to get in. They are the 3-prong ones. But as you can see, easy enough. Put in there and pull it out. Here's a little Amazon Basics battery charger. Plugs in there just fine, pulls out just fine, plugs in just fine, pulls out just fine. Here's typical 3-prong cable here. Plugs in just fine, pulls out. No issues at all after you're, like I said, oh, that one got a little bit snug there. I was kind of putting it on the side. But in general, after you break them in, they're perfectly fine. I think these are great budget options, again, to kind of modernize the outlets within your house. Highly recommended. The link for purchase on these on Amazon will be in the description below.